don't believe this. I was the leader of one of the greatest teams to graduate Beacon. I was one of the best huntresses of my generation. I'm the current headmistress of Signal Academy. And yet... How is my daughter's relationship an overwhelming situation for me?
Take it easy, Sum.
Sorry, I don't mean to.
I understand. Remember what you always told the girls? There is nothing that doesn't get resolved by a glass of warm milk and a plate of cookies.
It's just so overwhelming. Ruby and Yang. To think the last I remember was Ruby asking me the difference between an orange and a tangerine. And now... I've only been back a while, but she's already growing up faster than I'd expect. Both of them, honestly. Kinda wanna smack Raven in the back of the head for bringing me back.
She gave us this family, then also brought you back to us. She's not here, but she's left so many good things behind. Pretty weird to think about. Very much like a bird, isn't it? Fly in, fly out. A nomad of the air.
Will she be alright? Raven's already missed a lot with Yang. Really don't know what she'll do at this point. Raven's not here, but I am. Yet. I feel like we're just the same. I fear that I've missed too much of their lives.
Listen, Sum, parenting never ends. Whether they were once 5-year-olds playing wherever they wanted, or these young women who found someone they love, you and I still have a chance, every day, to be there for them. Sum?
What a miracle.
It'll be all right.
Ta-da!
Was it really necessary to fly me all the way here?
We had to cross water, Ruby. What other way could we try?
You could have used your ice powers to build a bridge across, allowing us both to run across. Not yet comfortable with using the maiden powers?
Well...
Ruby?
Mom!
What's happening?
Mom! Dad! I'm back!
Oh, Ruby, welcome home.
Seems like you came here the unconventional way.
Penny! Mom, Dad, this is my girlfriend, Penny Polendina.
Salutations, Mr. and Mrs. Rose Xiaolong.
Wow, this is, far from what I've expected. She looks, well, wholesome.
You can never go wrong with curly hair, freckles, and a huge ribbon. But appearances can be deceiving. I mean, look at Raven and Crow.
Either way, I think she's just plain wholesome. It's nice to finally meet you, Penny. Ruby here has told us things about you non-stop. She's told us a lot that all we needed was to meet you in person.
Dad!
Well, Tai-Yang, sir, and Summer, ma'am, the pleasure is all mine. I can already see how much amazing things Ruby has taken from you both. I would love to learn from you as well.
Oh, Penny, I already like you a lot. But come in first, because we have plenty to talk about.
So, about Penny. The conversations we had during dinner. She's been through a lot, huh? To have her personhood stolen like that. I'm just glad she got it back.
Yeah.
Yang mentioned all your efforts to get her back, by the way. Honestly, Team Stark would have taken forever to pull off something like that. Saving Penny, saving Atlas and Mantle, beating the light out of Ironwood.
Come on, Dad. Are you patronizing me?
What? Absolutely not! I mean it, Ruby! There were so many factors involved in that. Anything could have happened. Anything could have gone wrong.
Sorry, Dad.
What are you apologizing for?
We just got Mom back.
It's all right, Ruby. We're moving forward pretty well. The past is the past. Admittedly, many things still remain complicated until now, even after all this dust has gone and settled. But right now, it is what it is. We have to accept that.
You know, Dad, a lot of people told me how brave I was doing that, facing all those heavy decisions and consequences, but honestly, it just terrified me so much. Then I realized it wasn't even about the vault or the people or the plan anymore. I thought it was kind of selfish of me, because I actually wanted to save her for my sake.
Do you regret it?
What?
Do you regret saving her? For yourself?
I don't, Dad.
You know, big decisions like those, they're really scary. When me and your mom first got into a relationship, it was so overwhelming. I just got out of a mess, and then suddenly I'm being offered something nice. Thought I didn't deserve it. A part of you is just afraid to change. Part distrustful, you know? Because what if the old you was better? And what if something happens again? But being honest with yourself, understanding your own truth, that's what's really important. Despite everything, I wouldn't change a thing. All of us deserve something for ourselves. She's very special to you, isn't she?
Absolutely.
You know, I think the only time you ever treated someone as special was Crescent Rose. How come you grew up so fast, huh?
No, Dad. I'm just learning to be a bit more shameless.
Is that what your Uncle Crow had been teaching you while you went around the world?
Are you about to set someone's feathers on fire?
Maybe when I see him.
Summer, ma'am? Ruby is looking for... Ma'am? Should I call...
No, don't. I'll be okay. I'll be okay. You ever dealt with stuff like this?
From time to time, yes.
Goodness, I often think about how Yang dealt with her stress after that event. Sorry, you must have expected something else, given that Ruby seemed to tell you a lot about me.
Ruby has indeed told me plenty about you. As a huntress and a mother, you are a very exemplar hero, Summer, ma'am.
Penny, please, just call me Summer.
Miss Summer, then?
You sure are insistent in your own way, aren't you? Is this how you charmed my daughter?
Miss Summer! Coercion is not something I permit, nor would ever utilize towards anyone!
I see it now. Getting back from that dark witch's gooey stuff really messes up one's mind. The nightmares never got easy to deal with. The sensations, the feeling of drowning, how it wraps in my head and encapsulates me. When it flashes back to me, I sometimes get scared out of my wits from the dark, like you've seen me just now. Pretty poor image for a huntress from a famed team, huh?
I believe vulnerability is something we should not be afraid of, Miss Summer.
How did you overcome it? Having your agency stolen?
I don't think I have, yet. The previous Winter Maiden entrusted these powers to me. I wanted to live up to her expectations of doing the right thing. Protecting the power, the vault, the people, all of Atlas. General Ironwood had me created for the purpose of protecting the people, but then I became something even more. And I thought I wasn't doing enough, and that I should give my best for everyone, at the cost of...
yourself.
For a brief time, I accepted fate, that I was not meant to see more of the world as I wished to. I was sad, but then one day I awakened, and the first thing I saw was Ruby's eyes. I never expected it, and for a while, I didn't really know what to do with my new life. I hadn't really changed. It was like life just paused for me. I'm still the Winter Maiden, and there are still things I have to do. But here I am. I have all that I could ever want, all because my friends wanted me back. And I think I could only repay that by keeping on living, moving past myself, owning my mistakes and growing through them.
Me too. My entire life as a huntress, as a protector of the people, this wonderful privilege, I had my dreams come true. But we seem to be conditioned to give so much as to balance the scale. But then, the truth is, we're afraid to balance the scale. Because what if we wanted more than that? To be honest, I just wanted to be a mother to my children. But then I was a huntress too, and so many other people out there weren't as lucky as us. I thought the only way I could deserve this beautiful life was by ridding the world of its ills. Then everyone could have an equal chance, too. I believed I owed them that much. But then those things happened to me. In the end, with all these years that had gone by, there are times I feel as though it is too late to be the mother I wanted to be.
I disagree, Miss Summer. You were always Ruby and Yang's inspiration. The reason they became huntresses was because of all that you have shown them. I have seen, even in my considerably shorter life than theirs, how they always carried the light you gave them, one that Ruby has shared with me. She cherished every memory you had, and that was what she held on to, against everything, against Salem. You might not have been physically there, but the lessons you gave and the love you shown, they've always protected Ruby. You are a mother to her, even from afar. I believe it would never be too late for you, Miss Summer.
I really like you, Penny. Did you notice?
Which?
The way they looked at each other. They really love and trust one another, don't you think? Quite the ideal.
I'm worried for them.
Honestly, I think they're already doing much better than we did when we began.
Well, with Yang, she's lucky because Blake came back for her. But Ruby... Penny, I can see how easily the girl gets through her. Ruby very much loves her. Who can blame him? Love is so fulfilling. But at the same time,
It's also possible to hurt others in the same way.
I just don't want our little angel to have her heart broken. Sorry, Sum. Didn't mean to sound judgmental. You know how I am when I worry. But what do you think? Am I just overthinking this?
I would probably be more bothered if you worried less. You were telling me just earlier to relax. Look how worked up you are now.
Well, you know, she's still my little girl. Yang has got a lot of Raven in her to scare anyone who's going to break her heart.
And yet...
You're right.
Well, you know, Ty. Penny and Ruby, I think they share a lot in common. I believe that's what brought them together in the first place. And they could provide the support that one another needs. I'm sure of that. Acceptance, freedom, and understanding. And the ability to be carefree.
I miss those days for us. But I see it in them. I guess that should be enough to ease my worries a little.
They're young. They're going to make mistakes along the way. That's why we're here. To guide and help them. That's what we've always done. Even as Team Stark. With all that's here with us now, I want to have faith that things will work out better than before.
It's funny.
Why?
I always thought that a painful past is never something to look back at, but now the past guides the present through the miracles of a second chance. I'm just glad we're all here to live in it then.